Hello friends, CS Anuja this side, and in today's video we're going to be doing an introduction into your jurisprudence, interpretation and general laws subject. So for those of you who are new to my channel, we provide for detailed classes in English for the CS executive level, whether you're attempting module 1 or whether you're attempting module 2. So how do you access these classes? These classes can be seen through the app. If you are an Android user, you can download the CS Mentor app. And if you are an iOS user, then you'll have to download the My Institute app, tag in a organization code, and then you will be able to access the classes. All the instructions are given in the description below. Go ahead, download the app, access the classes, watch the trial videos, whether in the app or even on the YouTube channel, and let's proceed into the subject itself. So what is this subject? It forms the first paper of your module 1 of the CS executive level. So let's first understand the subject from the study arrangement of your chapters. So when we look at the study arrangement of your lessons, first and foremost, please understand that this subject is an entirely theoretical paper. Okay, which means that there are no MCQs in this paper. Now, this subject is the only subject that has a full 100-mark weightage. Ma'am, so does it mean that all the other subjects don't have a 100-mark weightage? No, all the other subjects will have a breakage of a part A or a part B divided into a 70 marks or a 30-mark weightage. But only for jurisprudence, you have an entirety of 14 lessons which will come for a full 100-mark paper. All right. So let's try to understand how your subjects are broken down. Now, as the name suggests, the word jurisprudence refers to the study of law. All right. And so, in relation to the concept of jurisprudence, you're introduced to your very first chapter, and that is your sources of law. You understand what is law, how to go about studying it, what are your sources of law. All of these things are covered in the first chapter. Now, any law in our country gets its power from the Constitution of India. And since that is the case, since the Constitution of India is the highest law of the land, that is the next chapter that we will be studying about. And in a way, I can say that this chapter is the most important chapter in your syllabus. When we study Constitution of India, we also study the administrative laws subject side by side, because in a way it is a continuation of each other. Now, just because you have a law, it's most likely that you may not know how to interpret that law. Some laws are easy, like say for example your Companies Act. But if you take out your Indian Stamp Law, or if you take out your Income Tax Act, suddenly the terms end up becoming a lot more complicated. So how do you go about interpreting this subject is only the second part of your subject's name, jurisprudence and interpretation. And we cover chapter number 3 in this aspect. So how can we break down all your chapters? Well, first and foremost, we study about the jurisprudence of it, that is in your sources of law. The second thing that we will cover is the Constitution of India plus all of your administrative law. All right. Then we come into your interpretation. Then after this, we enter into certain core topics. Now, what are these core topics? Core topics are those topics which you are required to know as a company secretary having a legal background. And what is that? The first part that you will be studying about is all your civil laws and your civil procedure. So, with respect to civil laws and civil procedure, we have two chapters, and that is your law of torts and your law relating to civil procedure. This is not the only thing. The second thing that we see is your criminal laws. And criminal laws, again, we see what is the criminal law and the procedure related to it. None of these matter unless you have the evidence to support your arguments. And so we cover the next topic, that is your evidence. Okay. Now, these are not the only core subjects that you'll be studying about with respect to the subject. The next thing that is most important is the concept of contract. You see, we enter into contracts every single day, and as aspiring company secretaries, your company or your clients will come to you with everyday contracts, and that is the contract law that we'll be looking at with respect to chapter number 16. And since we are related to companies, since we are related to contracts, the next most important thing is your concept of negotiable instruments. Now, what is one example of a negotiable instrument? An example is a check, the check issued by banks. Now, what are the rules governing it? How to implement them? What are the remedies related to it? Everything comes under your contract and negotiable instruments. All right, so we've covered chapter number 16 and chapter number 18. After this, in case there is any kind of a dispute, now if you have a dispute, if it is of a civil nature, you go to the civil courts, and if it's of a criminal nature, then you end up going to a criminal court. But companies would prefer a much faster method of litigation, or more specifically, a faster method of dispute resolution. And that is why the next core subjects that you will be looking at is the concept of arbitration, mediation, and conciliation. This is a concept that you all may have already heard of. We will be going into the details of the procedure and how to go about carrying it out. So, friends, these actually form the core subjects. This actually forms everything to do with the chapters that are in your JIGL subject. Apart from this, we have some general laws, that is your right to information law, as well as your IT law. Now, friends, if you can see this textbook itself, there are some things which are struck off. Now, this is due to a syllabus change that ICSI had implemented, which was applicable from your December 2025 attempt itself. So, yes, in addition to the two general laws that we saw, four other general laws have been taken away from your syllabus. Now, do you never study about this? No. These chapters have been taken on to your professional level, and that's why it's been reduced over here. So, please take a note of the same. And this is the study arrangement of your JIGL subject. All right, now that we've looked at the chapters, let's try to understand the nature of the subject itself. Is this subject easy? Is it medium difficult, or is it very difficult? Generally, itself, I will say that it will fall under the difficult category. Now, many students have come up to me saying, "Ma'am, I found the paper very easy." They only find it easy if your preparation level equates the paper that has been given to you. So, since a lot of preparation is required, the next question is: should you take classes for this, or can you go about studying it on your own? Studying on your own is actually discouraged unless you are a law student or you have already studied a lot of these laws, in your college, or you have any past experience of the same. But if this concept is new to you, it is suggested that you take classes for it. All right, now, what kind of classes should you take? Ideally, classes that help you understand the concept, okay, as well as prepare you for the examination. Now, what do you mean by preparation? What do you mean by understanding? For this, let's come down to the CS mentor classes. What do we provide at the CS mentor classes? First and foremost, your entire classes are in English. They are recorded classes, and so therefore you can access them at any time you want, and more importantly, you get unlimited views of the same. Now, obviously, when I say unlimited views of the same, it depends on your validity period, but you can watch the videos, you can re-revise the videos again and again at your convenience. More importantly, our faculty are very experienced faculty who have taught these subjects for many years, so that we can impart the correct legal education to you. All right, friends. So, how to go about preparing for this subject? Well, first and foremost, like I said, the first step that you have to do is you have to understand the concepts, because you are entering into a topic which is completely new to you. So, understanding is the first thing that you have to do. But how will you be prepared for the examinations? Well, that is where CS mentor classes comes in again. We provide notes, simplified notes that you can access before your examinations. Now, should you concentrate completely on the notes that we provide? Well, you should always study the ICSI material first, but studying 900 pages of the same is impossible before the examinations. So, making notes and studying from them will be very convenient. In addition to that, we also provide case law sheets. We have multiple case laws that we will be studying about, and that is important from an examination point of view. So, case law sheets will be provided to you, and more importantly, we will do a question answer analysis. whether it is at the preparation level or whether it is past question papers also. All of these will be analyzed and you can find these classes in the app. So friends, if you found this video helpful, then go ahead, watch the videos, enroll yourself in the app and enroll yourself for the course. If you're finding any difficulty in doing any of the above, then you can see a number in the screen before you. Go ahead, contact us and we will guide you through the process seamlessly. So friends, that's all for this video. I will see you in the next class.